welcome to part 5 of the Lucis Vault, and let me assure you, ladies and gentlemen, of all the things that Square Enix really could have updated, this was not one of them. What I'm doing here in this battle, you may ask? Well, it's the only way for you to actually access the Daurell Caverns Vault. You see, you need to warp point from point A to point B, i.e. from the ground, or from the top level, to where the vault is located. Now, here's the problem. While you're doing this, you also are fighting, well, Iron Giants. So, I'm going to stick around up here and hopefully not fall off of the platform, and I'm going to change out my enhancer for now and whip out one of my powerful fire spells. I'll just use Fire. That will take care of everything here. And oh god, I slipped. Okay, hold on. I can fix this problem. There we go. Now this time I'm gonna drop Fire on unsuspected enemies. There we go. And just like that, we win. Seriously, they could have at least... Look, they neutered the Magitech Exosuit and the Ring of the Lucii. They've mixed and matched all sorts of items in some of the dungeons. Hell, they even added Omega Mark 12. I mean, Omega, basically. It's not Omega Mark 12. It's the original Omega from Final Fantasy V. But of all the things they should have fixed, they don't fix this. It's pretty much like the Zodiac Age and them not putting any water or earth spells. They added everything else the game didn't need, but water and earth spells. Now the game actually needed water and earth spells, and of course Square, in their infinite wisdom, didn't put it in. Instead they added useless weapons. So now, or should I say, rare weapons that are powerful but are technically useless because there's a very slim chance of you getting them. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go in with my Magitech Exosuit because fuck this vault. Just like Castlemark fuck this vault too. But for a different reason. Just about everything in this goddamn vault has some sort of poison effect. You will see when we enter the vault, which is why I'm putting on the Magitech Exosuit. I know it's cheap. I know it's definitely unsavory, to say the least. But here's something you need to understand. The less bad stats that I have, the better. And by the way, being infected with bad stats only makes these vaults longer. Also, fake difficulty. That's something I need to address. We're practically going to be dealing with semi-fake difficulty here, but nonetheless, there's fake difficulty. And speaking of poison, here are one of the culprits, Vortooth. Yeah, you've seen these guys. They're regular regular enemies outside in the wild. However, this is a Gamma Strand, and of course, their poison is much more potent than what the normal Vortooth is. So, yeah, bear in mind you're going to be running into these a lot if you happen to not catch a glimpse of their locations when I just stepped through. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, once I take care of these guys, we'll move on. The only thing that's not harmful here in this area is shield shears. They're more powerful, but they don't poison you. Everything else, on the other hand, does. These guys actually weaken you, which is just as bad, because them dropping your defense is a terrible thing. Yeah, that jump they did, that will actually lower your defenses. And see, with the Magitech Exosuit on, I don't have to worry about that. It actually gives me a paling that keeps me from taking bad stats. But seeing as how these shield shears are at a very high level, and by high I mean 75, they're gonna take longer to kill, which is all the more reason why I'm breaking this up the way I did with Castlemark. Yeah, there's going to be some people that's going to unsubscribe to me because of that, or because of my past videos. But I do things that's more convenient. And sometimes I do screw up, and sometimes the audio's bad, but hey. Or most of the time the audio's bad. But hey, at least I get the job done, right? Oh boy. We're going to be coming up to the Mulbadoom. Oh goddamn. I really did not want to see this, but here's another culprit that will poison you and do every other bad stat save for petrification and instant death. But you don't have to worry about instant death because this thing actually hits hard enough to take as much health as possible. So bear in mind that. At least Mulbadoom is not unleashing Marlboro menaces. Oh wait, that's right. He could actually do that in this vault. So we're better take him down before he gets the chance to do so. Even though that's more experience for you, still, Marlboro Menace is a pain in the ass. Ass with Marlboros. So, let's go on, or Mulbadooms for that matter. So let's just move on, and I do believe we'll skip over till we get to the Haven. Yeah, definitely skip over till we get to the Haven. Because that fight right there was actually leading up to this Haven right here. And also, this Haven has a Mogul Charm. You should have at least 4 of them by now. This is our 5th one. That Mogul Charm, in case you're wondering, will increase your experience points. Yeah, I know. Snow ended up leaving. Because I was using him to get to this area, actually. Well, of course, I was gaining up experience by riding my chocobo and driving a car, but hey. Either way is fun. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I went and got some golden tail soup. And there's a good reason why I got golden tail soup. I didn't have any buffs on at that point. So, yeah, golden tail soup is definitely going to help. You want to know what else will help? Is if I level up past 100. That's what's going to help.
Happens to the best.
Oh yeah, and I ran into some terrible nasties on the way here. And by terrible, I mean things I've already faced.
Perfect timing.
Sometimes this game just pushes you to the brink, huh? And by the way, that one Yojimbo actually did do some damage to me. Believe it or not, it actually one-shot me. So yeah, bear that in mind.
Refreshed. Well, the tent lets you stretch out.
Now then, I will have to say though that there are split paths. And I think one of the the Shield Shears actually explain what's going on with the split paths. There are like the 11th floor, the 17th floor, they have split paths. And also, I'm going to have to equip magic too. You'll see why in just a minute. The 11th floor and the 17th floor have split paths. And I do believe when you're going to the 11th floor, you might want to take the left path.
Okay.
And if you go to the 12th floor, oh yeah, Custards. Oh, I think the 17th floor, that's what it is. You go to the 17th floor, you're going to have to take the right. And we just killed Custards. And do you want to know why we killed Custards? Because those things are a pain in the ass. Oh, wait, where am I going? Oh, right, we're going back the way we came because we went the wrong way. And I'm showing off the right way to go, apparently. Which is, since we came from that room, the first part you're going to have to go left, which is going to be room 11, and then you're going to have to go right at room 17. And speaking of the devil, we're in room 12, as I said. And, oh boy, I need to put my enhancer on because it's Sir Tonberry. For For those of you who don't remember Sir Tonberry from my playthrough, he is one of the 3 Tonberry Knights of the Randolph's Legends quest. The thing is, in order for you to actually fight the Tonberry Knights, you probably would have to wait for the game to end. But the thing about the Tonberry Knights, if you're wearing the Magitech Exosuit, which is probably one of the reasons why I'm wearing the Magitech Exosuit, you won't have to worry about dying to them. Yeah, you will. Your suit will take some serious damage if they try to insta-kill you, but there is one thing you don't have to worry about as far as these guys are concerned. And that is the fact that, unlike the Master Tonberry, these guys actually go to a set pattern. The Master Tonberry, okay, these guys actually circle around, and you could just catch them at the end. But the regular Tonberry, oh, by the way, this Haven's got a dual code. The Master Tonberry, that's what I was trying to say, it actually jumps like in a triangle pattern, while the Sir Tonberry goes into a circle pattern. So remember that. You'll be able to catch it in no time. And by the way, I'm just trying out the dual code, and unfortunately the dual code is too weak for Gladio, so we'll move on. Next up, we're going to face off against Carol. It'll show up in the 19th, 22nd, 24th, and 25th floors. Now, the thing about Carol, I'm gonna have to tell you, since it's at a high level, it is more susceptible to take you down with instant kill attacks than what it would if it was at level 30. By the way, I'm still salty about that one Carol killing me while I was in the midst of going over to Fausto Hollow. Still salty about that shit.
No use hanging around here.
Or at least in the midst of hunting down the Elder Carol. But at least you don't have to worry about that. Dulce, on the other hand, you do. Now, here's something I also forgot. With the thing about Dulce and Custard, they're both weak to ice. However, Dulce is weak to lightning, if I'm not mistaken, and Custard is weak to fire. However, both can be destroyed by the Ring of the Lucii, so make sure you remember that, because I sure the hell didn't in this playthrough. I just used one of the powerful magics I had in my possession. So yeah, and we're going to skip this because we've already fought a room full of Dulce. I don't need to fight anymore. That's probably why it would take me longer to actually process this. This actually took me about 50 minutes to get through this dungeon. And now for our first boss, Isultaten. By the way, in case you're wondering, Isultaten is actually a hunt, and we've hunted about 3 of these. As a matter of fact, there were 2 hunts specifically in Lestalem for this, and I do believe there was one in Altissia, or no, I think there was one in Longway. That's what it was. But whatever the case, we got the Oracle Earrings, and that only increases magic. I don't think we'll be needing that. I'm more than sure we don't. However, I do believe now it's time for us to meet the actual boss of this stage. Let's make sure that everybody's set and everybody's ready, because, ladies and gentlemen, and by the way, the arts that I have for my party members, I think it would be the best arts to use for this one, especially since it's another goddamn Naga. This is why I have the exosuit on. She's just like every other Naga, except she hits harder. Thing is, she'll turn you into a toad, she'll petrify you, she'll poison you, and if you're not careful, you could be completely destroyed by her by 2 swipes of her tail. Hey, we're doing some serious damage to her. Well, I don't think we're doing too much serious damage to her, but we're constantly doing criticals, and that's what you need the Golden Tail suit for, is to do some criticals. Be careful, because the Mahanaga is just like all the other snake enemies. They'll try to go underground and bury you alive with certain elementals. However, I do believe we are almost done with this one. As a matter of fact, we'll let Ignis take over. Get her, Ignis. It's time for a new recipe of disaster. I think I've already said that. But hey, Ignis using his overdrive, I do believe fires her weakness. Ignis can pretty much make short work of her. And if you max out Total Clarity, that will definitely make short work of Mahanaga. And with that said, we pretty much did it. The Menace no longer sleeps in Daurell, and we got the Precision Lance for it. Oh damn, I got too much going on here. So I'm gonna give the Precision Lance to Ignis, even though it pretty much dropped all of its stats. It raised his attack. That's probably the best lance he actually has. Oh, sorry about that. I'm
done.
Had a little asthma attack there, and I apologize. But yes, we got the Precision Lance, and we're pretty much done with 5 out of the 8 vaults. We only got 3 more left. So the next one is going to be easier to find. I don't have to show you how to get there. I'll just be right at the front door when we actually start the part. So with that said, I'm going to take off this Magitech exosuit, because I'm going to save it for later. Much, much later. By much later, I mean part 7. And I apologize, I did have something in my throat, asthma-wise. And I'll see you guys next time in part 6 when we go to the Greyshire Glacial Grotto Vault. And, of course, there's going to be a lot of ice enemies, so pack some fire. See you guys next time!